966.
Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has merged two Riyadh districts and renamed them after his father in a tribute to his leadership of more than 5 decades. Waha and Salah districts, which are located in the heart of the capital, close to King Salman Park, will now be known, along with King Salman Park, as this is all being known as the King Salman Neighbourhood, according to the Saudi press agency. The areas will be redeveloped and equipped with proper infrastructure and recreational amenities in a manner designed to allow them to keep pace with the growth of the city. Spanning an area of 6.6 square kilometers, the combined district will feature Salmani architecture.
There it is, Salmani architecture. Yeah, Richard, this is cool because, and it was in the second to last sentence you read, it's not just that they're taking this area and like, this is King Salman district now, enjoy the new name. It's like, no, this is the district and we're gonna this is a new area and we're gonna actually kind of update it in that Salmani architecture. And some of these, they're gonna do some neighborhood refurbishment, which is really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of hard for us in this moment to really describe or characterize how much King Salman has left his imprint and his like heart and soul into Riyadh. As we discussed earlier in this episode, he was governor of Riyadh for the longest time. And, so he has a very close affinity. I mean, it is his home. And so it's going to take decades for that to be really appreciated and understood, because, I mean, it's undeniable what is happening in Riyadh. And especially since he took over as king in 2016. Was it 2016 or 2016? 2015. Yeah. So, I mean, Riyadh has just absolutely transformed since then. And so this is cool. I mean, this is him leaving his mark and his name on this city. It's actually really cool. And it was his son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who did it. But it just, yeah, I mean, this is appropriate. It's sort of like he's done so much for that city. So it's just really cool to see.
This makes me very happy because you will recall this. Nobody else will, because we didn't have any listeners at the time. One of my very first riffs on the 966 was the seminal role, the pivotal role, the sort of, unavoidably important role that King Salman has played in Saudi history. And you may recall that, I talked about how this was a guy who, grew up governing within a certain paradigm and with certain structures and blew them all up because he thought it was needed for the good the good of the country. And it was a brave move. It was something that he has, he thought about for years. And interestingly enough, so much of what he did as king was based on his experiences as governor of Riyadh for 40 plus years. So he took all that expertise and experience and is a bright, thoughtful person. And he's the one. This is the guy that made Vision 2030. And everyone talks about Mohammed bin Salman, but King Salman is the trigger. The creator is the one who put all this in place and set it in motion. Mm-hmm. And I love seeing things like King Salman Park, the largest public park in the world. I love seeing things like, the new airport is going to be King Salman Airport. I don't think he can get enough credit. He's been an extraordinarily important figure in Saudi Arabia. So I think this is all very cool.